So we are here today. Raj, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? Can you hear
Um,
me okay?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
I really didn't know how to answer that question. We are here to honor our sister, Leonara Murphy.
Yeah, that's my chick.
Yeah. We're gonna take the time to just speak about Leah here. Um, Raj is here to add more layers to that, and I will um, add layers as well. I think we have to just be really honest over here. It's a family,
Yeah.
and sometimes we don't um you know we don't think about these type of times because a lot of times we come over here, there's stuff going on in the world, there's stuff going on in our lives. We just come over here to kind of just get away from and escape everything that is going on here. And one of the people that help keep us in line and check, keep us laughing,
Oh yeah, for sure.
for sure, is, Leah. Do you want to?
She was just such an amazing person. It's to be a light, to generally know somebody that was a light in the world. That's what she definitely was. There's no doubt to that. I did not know her as long as some of you guys did because I I've been rocking with you for a long time, but I just didn't get involved with others until, like the last couple of years. And she was one of the first ones in the group. When I would say something in the chat, it would be like we would say something at the same time. I love you too, Miko. It would be like we would do something. So we just clicked and we ended up being what we know now as, back then was pen pals and now it's Instagram. And she was just, we just started to just be just every day, talking every day, You know, she called me, say, "Did you see that live? Did you see Yam didn't go out without a coat on? She gonna be sick in 2 days, and she gonna wonder why because she didn't have that coat on." And she would get on to you when you were like, she would be the first one. Yam, put a coat on, put a sweater on, put a hat on. She was very concerned about anyone that she cared about and their well-being. She said it. There was no doubt if she cared about you. It was she was a beautiful, just a beautiful person. I can.
I mean, I'm you know, my interaction is always different because I have to, meet you guys.
Right, right,
And you guys have already met me, but I have to meet you guys.
right.
And in each way, everyone has come into my life through what we call in the Yamily. I always think it's so obnoxious. This,
Why?
I don't know, because I just, it's just whatever. But I mean, I know we're calling ourselves something, so I'm glad we have that.
Right.
Um, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm high.
Well, you see what I'm doing. She
Yeah,
wouldn't be. She was like, she was saying, have a cigar and a bourbon on for me, Raj. Even though I know, I don't smoke or drink. Not like that. She didn't drink bourbon. She didn't. She drank a little something every now and again. Margarita. She could. Margarita. Hate her. See her coming.
mm,
Uh, you know, wine. They wine thing and Starbucks. Child, don't get me started on that. That coffee, the Starbucks people. She was like her order she made one time. We were FaceTiming, and she said she was reading off her screen of the modifications. That joker was at least a dick size long. It was about a dick size long. It was, and but she she was always about if something were to happen, be in good spirits, talk well about me, speak well of me, you know. If I didn't wasn't talking to you, don't talk about me because you wasn't there. She she was she was definitely true and a Sag.
I
She was about
know
that
that.
Sag. She was about being that Sag.
Yeah, it's I always find it interesting because I don't like Sagittarius. And that we talked about that all the time, but obviously there are a few that I can tolerate and have a lot of love for, and Leah was one of them. One of the things that I want to say is, you know, she really made her own. She's such a dynamic spirit, such a dynamic spirit and soul. And for her to really come into a space where it's like, it's chaotic over here.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot going on. There's a lot of, side conversations, and sometimes we yelling at each other, sometimes we not, sometimes we, whatever. And there's a lot going on. And I try to look at as many comments as I can, but it's always great to see Leah. I remember it was something she said. I couldn't remember exactly what it was, but it was something, and I said, "Oh, okay." I remember that being the first inception of her into my world and my life, is like, "Oh, okay," and
Right.
yeah, I like that. Always somebody that could offer wisdom, and humor, heart,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and we
Absolutely.
really felt I trusted her to be in here. I mean, you know how I am about
Oh yeah.
odds and lives and who I can and cannot trust, and who, is coming in here for real and who's just trolling. And I would never have to worry about, um, you know, I'm just gonna miss the
Yeah.
interaction with her and her
Exactly.
being here. She was a very large presence.
Yeah. Yeah. She would collect people in our family. She would collect them. She'd be like, "Hey, don't come over here with that." You know, she would like, "Raj, you want to do something?" and I'd be like, all right, I scroll up, see what they say. Oh yeah, you gotta go. Boop. you know. Sorry, you can't come over here with no nonsense. Especially, she would let it roll. She would let it roll. If you said that, especially on you, on the platform we're on, especially on YouTube, you'd like, leave the trolls alone sometimes. And then she'd be like, nah, get them jokers. She didn't really like nobody, like as we all do. We really don't. Especially, you know how I feel about you, but
Yeah, I know.
it's like we are a definite, what's up, Gina, is definite force as far as you, when we are protective, when you're in our space. And I'm a Cancer, so you know how that is. If
Yeah,
you
Cancer Scorpio connection is real tight.
yeah, we it's like, yo, you can't, don't come over here with that. So she already knew that I was like that. So when we clicked and, like I said, talked every day, it's going to be for a year, for 365 days. There wasn't some kind of communication she and I had. There wasn't something that happened. And that's when I knew something was wrong. Like I said, when I didn't hear from her, and I was like, yo, I was like, maybe she had gone out of town, and forgot to text me, hey, I made it, or maybe I forgot that she was going somewhere and she told me. Or she here's a shocker. She was a big WWE fan.
Yes.
She was a
Yes.
huge wrestling fan.
Yes.
So
Yes.
sometimes she would go to the, when they had the slam, whatever, the slams and what, all that, she would go to the movie theater to see it, and do that. But she was all into that. So sometimes she would, go under, just go silent, incognito, to go to one of those things, and she'd be in the movie theater. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe she's doing that. So, but when I found out, when Patrick, her bestie, reached out to me, he was like, yo, I don't, I hate to have to tell you this. He said, I knew you guys were close. And that, for him to reach out to me and say that to me, as her being her best friend, that means she talked about me beyond just our interaction in real. It's like I talked about her, to my friends, So it's it's been really surreal. It's been super surreal. You know, it's I've been listening to Chris. Oh, love Yacht Rock. She was a Yacht Rock girl. So I've been listening to freaking Christopher Cross all stupid damn day. She was that. Of course she loved Mary, and all the classic, Black folk stuff. But that was a shocker. I was like, I needed something that I didn't want something to break me down, but to put a smile on my face. So I was like, let me put this Yacht Rock Miss on, because she loved her some Yacht Rock, because she loved to travel. And so when she would drive places, she would put that on. And that's something that's easy. You can find that everywhere. And she would be, man, whew, I'm trying not to get emotional, because, you know, but
I understand.
yeah,
I understand. It's, yesterday I was doing a whole bunch of stuff, and uh it's so funny. I was thinking the same thing. I said, "Where's Leah?" So I kind of like, "So where's Leah at?" And then, I'm preparing to leave. So once I start getting in travel mode again,
sure.
I start
Yeah.
disconnecting from the world, just
Mm.
to focus on that. And yesterday I was out and having a really sad day. Um, and was with friends, meeting up with a bunch of different friends to try to like,
Yeah. Snap
and
out of it.
yeah, and I really couldn't shake and I couldn't understand it, to be honest with you, because it had really nothing to do with me. I felt just sadness. And so then I went live, my last ditch effort towards the night, to just get home and have a conversation. So I wasn't paying attention to the texts that were coming through. And I know you had text me sometimes, with WhatsApp and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'll see a number come through. I'm like, wait, let me. I know it's gonna be a whole thing I gotta read, so let me hold it because I'm on that's how I communicate with my mom.
Yeah. But
Um,
just to let you know, I know how you communicate. So usually, unless it's like something I can place there that's like what I was saying, how you was treating Andy at the precious scene, how you
yeah,
at the Uno. By the way, I sent that to her and she was cracking up. She said, "You better send that to her." I said, "This is how she was talking to him the other night. You remember that?" Oh
yeah,
my God, she was like, she loved that interaction. That was one of the. I mean, we laughed so hard. We were on like the side phone when you guys were playing the game, and and I was laughing so hard I was spitting on my shirt, and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" Like when we were on the phone because we were watching, but we were still on the phone,
yeah.
and and she said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Man." I said, the way you not even giving Andy no kind of grace. She was like, Andy need to learn some common things.
Yes,
She
yes.
was
That
like,
sounds just
don't
like
be taking
Leah,
up for
right?
him. She said,
Yeah,
don't
don't
be
take him.
taking up for him.
That is truly her spirit. I I can't even say. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Very few people have penetrated me that in that way. Um, that I've never had a chance to interact with.
Right, right,
You
right.
know, and we really need to do something with the Yamily because all we did was say, well, we're going to do this, we're going to meet here, we're going to, right? And then I
Yeah,
see you in New York by happenstance, and, and Leah was very much in like, get up, go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
so
She very much put that together to make sure we saw each other that day.
she was a steward.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. That's a good adjective, ma'am.
Yeah,
She
she
was
was a
definitely that.
steward. I don't even know. I felt a sense of wondering. I hope she didn't feel alone because she came
No.
and made us all feel seen.
Yeah, yeah. No, from what I understand, from what I have gotten from Patrick, it was something that possibly even happened in her sleep, which is, could we all be so lucky that it's nothing seriously traumatic? Of course, obviously dying is traumatic, but, it's traumatic for us in comparison to the person that has gone on. But from what I understand, it wasn't anything that was like a car accident, obviously, or something just where you would be afraid or by yourself. So um I think she passed away in her sleep, if I'm not understanding. I haven't gotten the details. And honestly, how do you ask that detail? How do you ask that detail from a parent? You know what I mean? I'll have to wait for Patrick to kind of relay it to me in
Yeah.
more detail, you know.
And please, if let him know we need information. Some of us may want to, I definitely, if I'm here, if there's a service, I would like to be there. I know some people might want to send flowers and
Right.
cards.
Oh, no doubt. No
Yeah,
doubt.
you know what I mean? People want places to put all of that in, and I want to make sure, uh, big girls don't cry. Put in 20. I want to make sure that money gets over to Leah. I
Yeah.
mean, you know what I'm saying? I also want to donate in any way that I can, and you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah, for sure.
be done because those things kind of move quickly.
Yeah.
As well,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I think
I
we
already talked about that. She did love Starbucks. I put that. I already said it, Bridget. I was like, yo, I already told her. I was telling her about how the her modification list was so long, Bridget. So yeah, I definitely said that. That the
I was
guess.
on her page today looking around and
Oh yeah, look at there. She was feeling herself this day when she had gotten this hair done. She was feeling herself.
beautiful,
Every time she
beautiful.
got her hair done like that, she was
Yeah,
you can almost guarantee she was, not only did she get her hair done this day, the day before or the same this day she got her hair done, she got her nails done. She was a girly girl. Purple, she's in a purple shirt. Purple is her favorite color. So it was just, you know, she's she would be like, "Yo, I'm cute." I was like, "Yes, ma'am, you are."
absolutely. Absolutely beautiful face,
Yes,
beautiful lips, beautiful hair, just a
dude,
beautiful soul.
and a
Just
laugh. Oh my gosh, a laugh, man. I mean, we could knackle. For those that don't know what a knackle is, that's when you you a nigga and you cackle. That's a knackle.
knack.
Uh, we would knackle
Yeah.
the house
Oh,
down.
sorry. I want to play this.
Okay, play it. Yeah, please.
You see, just beautiful.
Uh, he's gonna be seriously missed. Yeah, she's
No,
gonna be seriously missed.
it's not even like, in situations like this, I really, I don't know, this is really our first time dealing with something like this really in the Yamily, and
Yeah,
I want to make sure that if we are putting all the attention here, something seems to me, if I'm honest, like why am I sitting here? Why are we, you know what I mean? We're trying to give, but I want to make sure that we all know we are here for Leah. Leah came in and blessed so many of you all in here. And some of you haven't even laid eyes on her.
yeah.
What a legacy. What a I wish and I hope her spirit knows that.
Oh yeah, that's no doubt. It's funny. Patrick said to me today, he um said that in the outpouring of love that he has witnessed through the friends that he has told, like myself, and then I would pass it on. I pass on to Miko, pass on to Donica, and it's like he was like it's just a testament. It's a testament of how she was with people to go through with, to be able to do something like this, who want to remember her and want to say, hey, she was the sweetest person you'll ever meet, but her bullshit level was very low. But she wasn't rude about it. That's the thing about it. She was, a couple of times she cursed me out, and I was like, did you just curse me out? Because it came across like you was cussing me out, but it would be like polite but not polite. She because she worked in healthcare, so she was on the phone all the time, so she could really, and she was on the computer, so she could really, per my previous email, she could really do it. She could do it real time and without any problems. So she was just, I know it's for lack of a better phrase, but she was just a beautiful spirit. It's hard to find genuine.
Yeah,
She was very engaging. She really was. It's hard to find people that are real, but at the same time, you can tell that they care, if they care about you for real.
yeah.
And that's what she was. And that's what she was.
Ah, man. When we get off of here, we have to go back and sit in the reality.
Oh yeah.
Not here. And
I had to stop myself 4 or 5 times today to not text her. I had to.
Yeah.
I had to.
It's no, I get it. It's you know how bad I am with DMs. She would just send me stuff. I went to send a message saying if anybody takes over her account to please talk to me. And just videos of like, oh yeah, I forgot she sent me that. I sent that, I shared that. I just would some just pipeline her from what she shared me right to the stories. You know,
Yeah,
it was really great content that she had. She very wise,
yeah,
very knowledgeable,
yeah.
and very like on board with like we had things that we weren't on the side of, but it was very few, and it was always in level of humanity that she would keep her regard.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, and so
That goes back to
yeah,
that whole cursing person out without knowing that you just got cursed out, kind of thing. So, but you are absolutely right. And let me tell you, she never took anything to that. She was like, you said something else? I said, yeah, but she'll get it later. She's like, you're right. I said,
I always do.
she'll get to it. She's like,
Yeah,
you're right. And
I always do.
we would take bets. We would try to take bets, or she and I would hedge our bets on if you was getting digged down or not. So
Oh my
this is how the game would go. So she'd be like, hey, did you see Yale's post? And it would be some, just ambiguous post that you put up. Nothing with detail. And I'd be like, she finna get into something. And she's like, how long you think she gonna say? She said, I got 3 days. I said, ooh. When was the last time she went out of town? So then
yes,
we be trying to play it back. And we were like, ooh, okay. You said 3? I said, okay, I'll take 4. I'll take 4. And she was like, all right. And then she was like, bet. And then 9 times out of 10, she would probably win.
yeah, no, yeah.
She
She would
she
also
knew.
say stuff to me too, and like, cause I am horrible with DMs, so a lot we would be in the comments like, you know what I mean, about certain things, and she would say, and I don't, I like somebody just said it's unfair. It is
Yeah,
so unfair.
yeah,
It's so unfair because I mean, job well done. But it's
yes,
unfair, but job well
yeah,
done, dear.
yes, yes, yes. She would definitely be there. We were robbed. Yeah, yeah. She was gonna be turning 41 this November. She's gonna turn 41. Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't say that we were robbed, Gina. I get it. You could feel that way. Um, I get that. And but how lucky were we, huh?
I
How
know.
lucky all of us were, huh? To be able to have somebody that could be that way with each individual that she talked to or touched, even within the Yamily. If it was a broad statement, it was something for the Yamily, and it stood within that context of that. And you were able to talk to her like on the side, or if there was another like the side conversations. And it's she sure did read the house down, John.
Down.
Down. She would
Down.
read you down, John. John, by the way, I got your
Down.
message. I'll be reaching back out to you.
Yes.
Um, but how lucky though, huh? How lucky that we we found each other. And thank you. I need to thank you because without you, she and I would not have met or become as close as we did. And thank you for being who you are and and allowing the people to come in this space and for us to find our tribe within each other.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
And then
Like,
you make a safe space. You make a safe space
yeah,
within
that's
that.
what I want. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Thank God, because all of these things are happening. I'm not even paying attention. It's not like you know what I mean? Like, we're getting together. Thank God we're on YouTube. Thank God you guys found this space. Thank God we're able to chat and have open conversation. Thank God people find people that they like inside of this. It's a lot of people hurting. It's a lot of people that are looking to be seen. All of the things that I want, right? I'm also hurting. I'm also unseen, and a lot, there's so we come here for that. And then how beautiful that while I'm up here being crazy, there are beautiful relationships that are building behind the scenes. So thank God. Honey, I wish I could take credit for that. But you know what I
if
mean?
you don't create the space, it doesn't happen. It's like the chicken and egg. You know what I mean? So it's like
true, but God still gave me the space. You know what I mean? But I
true.
understand. I do understand what you mean. But it yeah, and we will find. I want everybody to know we will. This is not, this beautiful, beautiful woman. She would definitely get on me about the video I did.
She would be like, "What's up with these transitions? What's that music?"
No, what I did. I said she would be like, "Girl, and what's this
But
music?"
you didn't pick no bad pictures. You didn't pick no bad pictures. So.
No, I didn't. I went. Listen, I knew. I said, "Ain't no way Leah about to play me up in heaven, honey."
Dude, not only that, she might be like, "Let me get a pass and come down and haunt her ass or have her."
I know.
She would do that. She was. I personally, when people say, if you stay petty, you ain't got to get petty. Mm-hmm. And she wasn't like petty, like in a bad way. It was like a little sister, a little sibling, like that kind of like, oh, you gonna do me like that? Oh, I got you.
I got you. I got you. Yeah. And low.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. So this is, yes, I don't think we even introduced you, Raj. We just jumped in. Do you want to
get? I guess so. Yeah, this is Raj. I'm Raj. Raja Mojo. Raj Samanaja. When she be asking, Raj, where you at? Raj. when people,
it was only crazy. You and Leah. I mean, like immediately. As soon as you come into IG, I hit you. If you're not in it, it's Leah. And then I gotta figure out everybody else, but then I gotta figure out everybody else around. Whoever's if I'm scrambling.
Yeah. No, but that's me. I'm Raj. Yeah, that's me. We're not gonna give my government name, though. Yamanika knows it. Yamanika knows a lot about me.
Scorpio, and I'm not gonna say.
And that's tit for tat, because I know some things about her too. But but we're not gonna. We might this instrumental in chat. Her read the comments of joy. I'd be able to catch up. She would do that. She definitely would. Yeah. We all are, baby. We all in shock. Yeah. It's it was I don't know what to say. I can't really say hi, guys. Glad to finally see all of y'all.
Oh,
hey, what's going on, Aunt?
Hello. Also talk about this transition too.
She is. She said, but you know what, Anthony? She loves your hair. She was like, woo, that hair.
I just let it down.
Good.
Yeah. And she was definitely happy that you were doing Yam's hair now. She was like, thank you.
She gave me the approval.
Did I let my hair down too?
It looks great.
It looks great. Yeah, no, you look great.
There you go.
Man, so I see you.
Hi, Raj. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you officially. I know we've talked in between here and there and whatnot. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, she
Yeah,
did
no,
gather us all. She did.
there's
Yeah.
going to be such. I mean, and obviously the Yamily, and I want to say this also because I've been putting Yamily and part of the family and Yamily and all this stuff. I want
And the
people
community.
when we come here and we gather here, we are a part of the Yamily.
Yeah.
However, this is not the staple of people's lives. Leah and you, as you all are your own identities in the world with family and friends and goals and lives. You're also extensions of cause and effect in people's lives, whether you guys do lives or have your own pages or whatever.
Mhm.
We are here to celebrate Leonora Murphy, A. Murphy.
Leonara, baby.
All right,
Mhm.
I know she always says
Leonara.
You know she would correct you in a heartbeat.
a heartbeat, but it's like nah.
She's
But
like,
and
just
that's
say
why
Leah. Just say
I would
Leah.
say Lee. No, I remember the first time we went back and forth about that, and I think it was. I have to go dig and see this. I think it's a live I may have said because I was like, I'll say what I want.
Yes, yes. That's exactly
I
what
say
you
what I
said.
want. And then I would just call her Leah. But and that's the thing too. It's like it's more than some people come here just to see and not even invest. Some
They
people,
don't engage. They don't
yeah.
contribute. They don't
Right.
contribute.
She was
Right.
like, I can't. I don't. There's no template to do this, and whether we're doing it right or out of bounds, or we don't mean any disrespect. But this is the first time this has happened here. We don't know what to do, but I would be remiss if we did not do something.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
mean, are you kidding me? How many people are here commenting? She touched your lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know her in the
Yes.
chat. You know what's going on. Don't get on Leah's bad side. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and it's
She would have got you up out of
wasn't
there.
checking in
Yep.
with me either. She was just yips. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If you had
Yep.
to get out.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And I have
Yep.
to say, whatever Leah said, okay, I
I
guess you
trust
got to
it.
know.
That's exactly what you would say too.
I would say that. Sorry.
You have to say some wild shit for Leah to block you.
Yeah.
And you would, because she would take a lot. She's not as she wasn't as trigger happy as I am. She ain't.
And she would see if you're trolling or not. Or
Mm,
like if you following Yam or you just got
yeah,
here, you trolling,
yeah. If like I said, before, it was like if it's me, I'm like, oh, you gonna say that? Boom, bye. But for her, if she would let it build, she'd be like, oh, let's see if they
Right.
got a point. Let's see
Yes.
if they got a point. And if
or
they
give
got a
them a
point,
warning.
yeah. I would, and then, but let me tell you, she would just see. I'll give you a warning before she would, because she would see, and she would be like,
You out here.
bye.
Yeah.
I think
Next.
that's the thing that,
She'd be
like,
popping balloons. She would be popping balloons on these fools. Pop, 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 pop.
she
Yes.
definitely was a soul that, you want in your space.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was very positive. She was very funny, but she also was very opinionated. And what I want to say is that this happening again shines a light on the time that we're in. Like, it's so much bullshit going on every day, the politics, the wars, and
Yeah.
all with the racism, Latins versus blacks and homophobia, transphobia. But the fact that even us three, right? Like, I met Yamanika through online first too, right? And then I met you at your show. But it's like,
Everybody got to meet me online first, because if you meet me in person, we ain't
right.
gonna make it.
That's some shit.
Also, that's where you're going wrong.
No. Go ahead,
That's
Anthony.
where you've been going wrong with the last three. Okay, that's another topic. That's another lie.
That's another
But
lie.
wait.
That's another lie. Now you know what she would say. Leah would say right now, Anthony being messy.
Yeah, of course he being messy. Of course.
He stay
Because
messy.
all I gotta say is a few key words, and Yamanique is off the rail, and now it's a new topic. But now, like the fact that we are able, right, as all grown people that live in our own lives, like you said, we have our own shit going on. We live in completely different places,
Yeah.
but you can still build a connection, even when you haven't met someone, even if you haven't FaceTime with someone. Because I know I FaceTime with Leah, but the amount of reels she would send me in my DMs, like we bonded over like humor,
Yes.
and
She
having
was
the
big into that.
same,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Big.
dope that we can do that. And
Yeah.
and it actually helps, I think, a lot with people that deal with mental health issues. And mental health, has been destigmatized a little bit since COVID because
Yeah.
so many people have to face their reality. Like you're
That's
stuck in a
good.
house,
That's when
you
I got diagnosed.
you can't escape it, right? You can't just go out with your friends and drink and have fun and then go in your corner at home and nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fact that we could join, like Yamanika is a rare person that goes live every fucking day. And every of her friends, when they're around, they be like, "You all live again?" But guess what? That's why she has a community
Mm-hmm.
because they literally could catch her on at any time of the day, talking about everything that goes on in her life. And whether you meet her in person or not, you already have that connection.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like you're listening to a radio host that you turn on every day. You
Yeah.
actually are interacting.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that's pretty dope. And shout out to Leah. Leah was heavy with the interaction. Okay.
Big time. Big time. She was. And she was, and it's funny you say that, and you're like, we're all in different places. I'm down here in
Mm-hmm.
Memphis.
Yeah.
And it was funny, when Glove's sister, who, by the way, in the lesbian community, we have decided we gon' at the next meeting we gonna
Trade her
denounce
out.
her. We
Yeah, I
train
was
her
gonna
out.
say, wait, at the
We train
next
her
meeting,
out.
y'all need to have an emergency one now.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, we train her out. But she said she
Who
told
you
me what
training her
what you
for?
would say. You was talking mess about what's going on in Memphis, and she's like, "Ooh,
Mhm.
yams, I'm gonna tell Raj," and you were like, "Ooh,
She
ooh,
did.
ooh,"
And I was hot about something, but I did
because
say
she was
I
being
would.
stupid. I mean, she was being stupid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I know, but what I love is whatever it was she was gonna tell you right then and there,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
right then and
Yes.
there,
Yes.
and it's like, and no mince words. And there's been a couple of times where there's been some things where I'm like, damn, I didn't say it, but I felt it from something that somebody said or doing something wild,
Yeah.
and she
You ain't
would
lying, gig.
say it, like, I don't like how you did that to Yam, or you saying that, and you
Right.
like trying to. So it was, you know, to have somebody have that a love, kind of love for you and appreciation for you. It is
Mm-hmm.
Right.
very honored, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely like how blessed I am, you
Mm-hmm.
And
know.
Yamanika knows a lot of y'all by first name. She be like, "Oh, you know this person." I'm like, I'll see them in a picture, then yes, but I don't know these damn people names.
But
Okay.
people come out like, and that's why when we put up, we do need to have a Yamily meetup,
Yeah.
and because I've 9 times out of 10, what happens? Somebody come from the Yamily, they come to a show, whatever. They wind up hanging with us for the rest of the night, and Anthony can tell you
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? We hang out. Me and Raj met up. We kept moving around, and it's just like
Mm-hmm.
just
It's
kind of
good vibes.
vibe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like
Yeah.
you either, you. It's like I was telling this idiot. You either know you like me or you don't. Like it's
I know.
instantaneous. You know when you have a connection with somebody,
Yeah.
and for whatever reason, God,
Oh man.
I
That's
really
all
wanted to
right.
Leah.
This is the time to cry.
Yeah. This is time to cry. I'm still
Yeah.
in shock. Like I said today, it took me like, if I had to catch myself easily four or five times where I
Mm.
was like trying to text her directly, like on the
Mm.
phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we would send each other little things and mornings, and just we would just catch up. And the voice notes on IG crazy because we would do those like when you wake up, she take a break. She always took a nap. She was a nap girl. She would take her on her lunch. She would take a nap. And then and it would never fail. She was cursing you out regularly, Yam. She was like, it never fails. As soon as I'm getting ready to take this nap, Yam gonna go live.
Mm-hmm. And she would get
And
in there and be like, damn, I was just about to take a nap.
she would tell you. So it's been really hard today for me to not text her. You know what I mean? And not
Mm-hmm.
and I miss I miss her energy already. Sometimes it takes days for that to sink in, you know.
Yeah.
But not for her. It's immediate.
It's immediate. It's
It was
immediate.
immediate. I was in a foul mood for the last 2 days, and I didn't know why I am. When you were saying that you were in the yesterday, you were in a mood, and for me, it's been the last 2 days. I
Mm.
was in a foul mood. I wasn't for me. I'm a pretty jovial person. So, but for me, I was in a foul mood. Like I wasn't really saying nothing to nobody. A little
Mm-hmm.
quiet. And when I found out what happened, I was like, that was the universe. That
Mm.
energy
Telling
had,
you.
yep,
Yeah.
that energy had let me say, hey, get ready, because this gonna be like this from now on. This is
It's
her. For me, and I know Patrick, definitely her mom, definitely her brother. Um, that it is that has this has changed our lives. You know,
mm-hmm.
she is she was one of a kind. There would never be another like her, even close.
Mm-hmm.
She had, she had just hit a stride too. It's the
Mm.
thing she was telling me that, like dating, she had just hit a stride about getting out and doing things. And she was
Mm.
engaged before. So
Mm.
she had already been in a serious relationship. So she was just, I'm having fun. She was like, I'm having fun. I would tell her all the time, and because we're on YouTube, I can say this. We ain't got to worry about IG. I'd be like, girl, put your pussy up. Put your pussy up, girl. And she would be like, no, I had enough for all this time. I've been a good girl. She was like, I've been a good girl.
Right.
I'm here
Time
to
to
have
live.
fun now. I'm here to have fun. And
Mm-hmm.
so she was in her stride just with that, and work. She had, like, a couple of months ago, she had got in the same company, but just in a position to where she was actually getting paid for what she was doing. She wasn't overworking.
Mm.
And that's a lot when you're in, like, a corporate America. If you're not overworking, like,
Mm-hmm.
they were getting just what they paid her. So I mean, on everything was functioning on all cylinders, and poof,
Yeah.
sucks,
I know.
Ooh.
sucks.
Um, no, it is immediate. It is a void. It is a voice. Not even just a voice here, a voice in the world. One necessary one, and um in a sea of chaos. The only thing you can do is try to harvest some of that, some of Leah as you move forward in your life,
Absolutely.
being uh, honest and very frank about not only how you feel, but how you see the world,
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that you stand your ground and never let anybody.
And do it with couth. She did it with
Mm-hmm.
she did it with style. You know what I mean? She didn't just tell you, anybody can tell you shut up.
Yeah, yeah. She didn't just curse people out for no reason.
I think Raj.
Raj is frozen a little bit. But what I would like to add is I know, like, it's really, see, I see death in a different way because I deal with death all the time in my job. So I take death, as it is a part of life, right? And I always say, no matter how someone passes, we gotta remember the good times and then also remember how they made you feel. You're gonna grieve. You're gonna grieve. It's gonna take a moment. You might always grieving is there's a no time limit on grieving, and there's no way to grieve. But you should always remember how that person made you feel, not mourn the void that you have because they're not here physically forever. Because that is something that you can do. And like my aunt, she was married very young at 18, and her husband died in a car accident at 40. She never ever got over it, never remarried, never dated again, dedicated her life to take care of her mother. And she was like a nun, never happy, never crack a joke. And that's just not how anybody who passes that you loved and had a great relationship with would want you to live your life, you know? So that's what I take from it. But I remember the last time that I can remember right now is when Leah got somebody together when I was doing your hair for the snowstorm. And they were
Yeah.
like, you need a black person doing your hair. She's like, get up out of here. I was like, thank you.
Um, listen, yeah, and yes, and again, everything that has come in here, I'm gonna make sure I get it to the family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's yeah, it's tough. It just DM'd. I know. It's
Yeah.
she was in my DMs, and I'm not even in the DMs. And she's like, Yum, I sent you, she be in the comment section. She would come find me. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
girl, you already know. Did you see? Yeah, thank you. Did you know? A lot of information that I shared came from her, always ready to just like be a helping hand. So
Yeah. She was such a kind, smart, funny person. And unfortunately, like somebody did say, it's always the good ones. It really is. Like when you lose someone, people don't mourn people that weren't good to other people.
no, 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 no. And let me tell you something. I the only thing that keeps us in this is keeping on the live
Hmm.
is once it's off, back to reality,
Yes. Yes.
that there is a loss in the
Yeah.
Yamily, and we have to find a way in order to honor Leah, keep her spirit alive. Don't let her at least her legacy here go away.
Go away. Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
I'm thankful, I'm grateful to God that she was here. That
And
the
you even cross paths.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's one of the things that I was thinking about today. Like when you text me, I was like, what? Like how? Like this is so random, right? But then I'm like, when you sit there and think about it, like the fact that you can even have all these memories with
yeah.
somebody you just communicate with on a computer.
I hold on. Hit Raj is back. I want
Okay.
to. We're getting to the hour mark, and I think it's a good time to
Wrap up.
not wrap up, but be at a place of peace, not a peace that we've honored her, but now that
Yeah.
we have to go now and
Hmm.
focus on the morning.
Yeah.
It's
It's tough, morning, and it's natural. I don't want you. I know you taking this very hard, and then we all got our own things that we're going through. But cry. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with crying.
Yeah.
It's worse to hold it in
Yeah.
and then lashing out, and you don't know why. Like just let it out. It's happy cry, sad cry. You gotta just let it out.
okay,
Yeah.
Anthony. I'm almost certain the spirit of Leah said that's enough for you. Um,
I'm gonna send you my invoice for therapy.
I wanna say my piece next, and Raj, if you don't mind, I would like for you to have the last word and say whatever you want to say and close us out and
Sure,
give us our good night.
I can.
Um, what I this side of the camera is a lot of vanity and a lot of self-centeredness. And sometimes it's easier, I think, to not connect and just be in a bubble while people watch you. It saves you from a lot of angst and pain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
However, that's not what I do, and it's not what I will do. So I will face the reality when the time comes to share in the losses, but also in the victories, in the birth of life into this space. There is no absence of Leah in our spirits. She will not be here physically, but she left enough information in our DNA of who she is that we will always be able to say that's something Leah would say. Leah would. So it is easy to say that I um, was a part of Leah's story.
Mhm.
But the reality is, Leah, just like the rest of you all, are a large part of my story.
Mhm.
And I love you, Leah, Leonara, and I'll miss you. And I thank you for your love and protection over me and my brand and my spirit.
Sorry. That's Leah. Why is this a long one? Okay.
Yeah. Um, I think the best thing that I could do is read what Patrick, her best friend.
Mm.
This is somebody that has been with her for 25 years. So, um, he says, and this is a sentiment that I think I know for me, it definitely hit home. He said, "You are my rock, my light, and my best friend. You won." He was like, you won a few people that could understand someone completely.
Mm.
I enjoyed all of our adventures together. Your laugh was infectious, which it was, and your wisdom unmatched. I honestly can't imagine my future without you, and I don't know what I'm really gonna do because my heart is broken. I, as I say, it's not goodbye, but rather, I will see you later. Please, everyone, enjoy the little moments now because they are so important. And that's, she was important to us. She was important to me, definitely. And this live, the Yamily, Anthony, you, yeah, it's a testament who she was for us to do this tonight.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And, and she was best. But she, what she would tell me? Quit crying, ho. She would tell me, quit crying. She was like, finish your drink, go in the house and kiss your wife. Go cook something in that kitchen. She loved my kitchen. Go cook something in that kitchen. And think of me fondly, which I know we all will. Which I
Yes.
know we all will. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thank you much. Night, y'all. Mwah.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Yeah.